Hey you guys, I'm Alex Epton, aka XXXChange or XXXChange, depending on how you want to say it. And this is my studio. This is my laptop, and the whole studio runs off of that. The screen is plugged into it, and all the interface and the speakers are plugged into the laptop. So I can pretty much take that anywhere and have all my sounds and everything in it. Oh, the mains are Barefoot Micromain 27s. Switch recommended them to me, and he's usually pretty dead on about that kind of stuff, so I got them to check them out, and they sounded great, so I kept them. You know, they sound like a big studio speakers kind of, but it's a small room. So this is a 7-circle audio microphone preamps that I made from a kit, but they're really good sounding. They make like clones basically, but you assemble them yourself. So this is 2 API microphone preamps. This is 2 Neve 1073s. This is like called a C84, it's really clean, and this is a dual transformer Jensen. So I record everything in here. This is my compressor. It just goes into the laptop basically. I run Logic and I run a lot of software synthesizers. This is the EMS VCS3. It's a modular synth, and you make all the connections on this little breadboard here. So this is a pretty old school instrument. I think Pink Floyd used one of these. I'll plug this thing in so you can see what it sounds like. This is a Cat octave. It's kind of like a Harp Odyssey. It's pretty hi-fi sounding mono synth. I got this because I heard that Errol Alkin has one. So that's why I bought this one. It sounds really good. This is the ARP. I probably use this one the most because you can process external signal through it, and it's semi-modular, so you can do a lot with it. I generally will sketch out a sound like on the plug-in version of this, and then bring it over here when it's time to like finalize things. It's a good sounding synthesizer. You see pictures of Depeche Mode, and they had like 3 of these. This is an Atari 1040 ST that the guys from Basement Jacks gave to me, because they were done with it. I used it a little bit, but it's really time consuming to use, but it's cool to have anyway, because they gave it to me. This is my Casio. I use it to figure out what key I'm in if I'm doing a remix, or if I gotta, you know, tune up some vocals that are out of tune, I'll figure out what the, you know, line is on here. So that's handy. This is kind of unusual, but I start with the keyboards and the harmonic content because I'm a drummer. I know I can always do drums to it, you know, that'll sound good. So I start with the keyboards and stuff. Then I'll generally add drums once I have my sort of the flow of how everything's gonna go with the melody and the chords and stuff. Well, the difference between making music by yourself and making music with other people is that sometimes when you're making music by yourself, you think that what you're doing is the mutt's nuts, and then somebody else comes into the room and you hear it with a different set of ears and you're like, oh, this is terrible, you know? You know, if you can't get somebody to play music with or write music with, it's nice to have somebody that you can at least send your stuff to and get good, honest feedback about it, just so you're not working in a vacuum. I guess that's important. Like if you're getting started and making music, now's a great time because you can make a whole record with just your laptop and Logic or whatever you use, and it doesn't need to cost more than a few $100s. So the progression of technology and making music, it hasn't changed the way I make music too much, because I started making music on the computer. But now that everybody has like the same plugins and the same sounds and everybody's working in a box, I like to use the old analog synths and everything. Just hear the computer playing one note over and over again. Your mind tunes it out, but the analog synth, it changes every time. And it's always drifting out of tune because it's imperfect. So I feel like your ear picks up on it a little better. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for checking out my studio. And now I gotta get back to work.